Hey people, a little quick blog on some MMA news, some things have been going on. I wanted to kind of point out, bring to you guys in case you haven't heard about it yet. Something I thought was really, really weird. I just got it courtesy of a good buddy of mine here on YouTube. I don't know how you really say the name, but it's Nonsop JC, Nonsop JC. Very cool guy. We've been commenting back and forth. He constantly comments on my blogs and stuff. Much appreciated, man. Shout out to you. Roy Nelson just posted on his Twitter and his Facebook account that there's a possible matchup of him and James Toney. Yeah, former boxing champion James Toney, which everybody knows. James Toney's been stalking Dana, trying to get some kind of a fight deal or whatever. And James Toney keeps going on the thing like, okay, yeah, boxing versus MMA, Dana's not interested in that, man. What Dana's interested in is people that want to fight MMA. So I think if James Toney takes this a little more seriously as a MMA fight, and not so much boxing versus MMA, because Dana doesn't want no part of that. I mean, what's really surviving right now and doing well and thriving? MMA. But he doesn't want no part of boxing. Because boxing's a dying sport right now because of MMA. So, James Toney's been, just stalking him. And I guess there was one deal already offered. James Toney just laughed it right out the door. He's like, this is laughable. It's a joke. It's not even this is not an offer. Which James Toney should know that, he can't come in and just get paid a huge sum like he would in boxing. He understands that, but apparently it wasn't even enough for him to, make way out the front door. With that going on, and Roy Nelson posting this on his page, I mean, imagine that, man. I mean, comment and let me know what you think would really go down in that. Because, I mean, James Toney, man, it's got amazing punching power. Is he going to be able to hold off a good wrestler like Roy Nelson from taking him down? I doubt it, man. I doubt it. Right after Strikeforce Miami was done, done and over with, Scott Coker did a little announcement. One of the things he was talking about was a possible fight between Brett Rogers and Bobby Lashley. That would be sweet. That would be a sweet fight, I think. I don't know, man. Lashley's chin has not been tested yet. You never know, man. Brett Rogers might be the guy to take him out. You never know. But do I see it happening? I don't think so. But I think it's still too early to tell for both those guys where they're really going, you know what I mean? Little tip of news on UFC 112. It's supposed to be in Abu Dhabi or whatever, some sheiks or whatever just bought 10% of the company. And that was done to get more promotion over Middle Eastern and get more exposure in other countries. And what they're going to do is they have a lot of the free TV that we've had. They're going to have a lot of that over there. UFC 112, now I hear it may not happen in Abu Dhabi. It might not even happen there now because they have a issue with, apparently they got no arena yet. And they were talking about doing it outside or whatever. So there's been talk about whether that's going to even go on there. And some guy on YouTube was saying that, worst come to worst, if it's not going to happen there, just come on back to Vegas. I want to touch on a few matches that I really, really am digging that are coming up in the near future here. UFC 110, we got Velasquez versus Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. Big Nog. That I think is going to be a sweet fight. I think that Velasquez has been tested a few times. I think this will be his first loss, just my opinion. Obviously there will be a full blog on that, but that's just another, it's one of the fights I'm really just dying to see. I'm not a huge fan of either of them. I really like Vanderlei Silva. I think he's actually just a really cool person on top of a good fighter. I don't think he's the fighter he was when he was in Pride. I think he's kind of laid back. I don't think he's as, in your face and come at you, which maybe he might want to do this with Bisping. I don't know. I'm excited to see that fight, though, because I've seen some of his training he's been doing. Looking pretty sharp, actually. It looks like he's kind of pushing the pace a little more. Whether he does that in the ring, I don't think he's, I think he's still coming off a lot of ring rust with that, in his close margin loss to Chuck Liddell. I mean, Chuck Liddell didn't really show anything in that fight, really. That was just I really think that Vanderlei Silva, yeah, sure, he's getting towards the end of the line here. I don't think he's done, though. I don't think he's done just yet. You know what I mean? But another good match I really want to see is John Jones and Brandon Vera. It's going to be on Versus. The first UFC event that's on Versus. And that is going to be a damn badass fight. Brandon Vera, I'm sorry, man. Brandon Vera is hitting the deck in that fight. You better come out swinging or just be having a really good defense in that fight, a good countering, because John Jones is way too crafty for Brandon Vera. I think John Jones is going to knock him out in the first round. I wouldn't doubt that one bit. Same card. Gonzaga versus Junior Dos Santos. Gonzaga is going down. Gonzaga is going to hit the deck in this one. Ain't going to be no decision. Ain't going to be no submission. Gonzaga is going to stand with him, and Gonzaga is going to get hurt. But that is a fight that I'm dying to see, man. That is a sweet matchup. Paul Buentello versus Jack Congo. Paul Buentello had a close match with Stefan Struve, man, and they both almost knocked each other out, basically. I just think, man, if Paul Buentello gets off like he did in the Struve fight, which he was coming in rusty, but coming in against Jack Congo is going to have tons of reach on him. As far as I'm concerned, he's going down this time again. He's going to get knocked out again by a guy about a foot shorter than him. Still got nasty punching power. That's what I'm dying to see, though. And if Jack Congo wins it, man, good for him, Finally, you know. But is he going to change his game up? I doubt it, man. He's going to do the same old shit he's been doing, and everybody figures it out, you know. All you got to do is just get in there real quick and punch him. And he'll go down, and then you can choke him out, or whatever you want to do, ground and pound him, because he's got no ground defense. He's got no ground game, period. So, Jack Canago is going down. Portello's taking him out. And, of course, Strike Force on CBS in April. So, it's not set in stone yet, as far as I know. But it's supposed to be Fedor versus Verdum. Fabricio Verdum is, you know, stating that, you know, he's going to be the better man that night. He said he said in an interview that he's not claiming that he's better than Fedor, but he's saying that he's going to be better than Fedor that night, and he's going to make history. That's a tall order, man. You know what I mean? all right, we'll see it. You know, because he said I'm not going to submit him by the arm. I'm not going to be able to submit him by the leg. You know, he said I know I can't submit him that way. Knowing that I can't do any of that, and knowing that I'm probably not as good as Fedor, I'm gonna. Basically, he's got a game plan set. Or what is he going to try to get a decision or something like that? I don't think he's going to be able to pull that off, because I think Fedor won't be able to knock him out or submit him. You know what I mean? I think Fedor's got that advantage over Verdum. I think, even though if you really don't know Fabricio Verdum very well, go on SureDog.com and look up his record and look who he's beat in the past. The guy's got an amazing record and an amazing resume of who he's beat. I mean, it's pretty damn badass. Is he going to beat a Fedor now? You know, at this point, I doubt it, man. I highly doubt it. UFC 111. It's got a couple of sweet fights in it as well. You got GSP versus Hardy. That's going to be a sweet fight. Dan Hardy was a good fighter, man. He's a really good fighter. He'll push the pace on GSP, but I don't see him beating GSP. I don't think he's in that league yet. I really don't. I think he's on his way there. I don't think he's there yet, though. We got same card. We got Frank Mir versus Shane Carwin. You know, man, I'd love to see Shane Carwin get it. You know what I mean? As much as I'd love to see Frank Mir get it, I'd like to see Shane Carwin get it a little bit more. Just because, you know, as much as I want to see Mir take on Brock again, I want to see Carwin take on Brock, too. You know, so I mean, you know, so this is the who's who of matches, man. You know what I mean? Whoever wins this one, and I'll be honest with you, I'm a little kind of nervous for Carwin, because we saw Carwin versus Gonzaga. Gonzaga nearly knocked him out. I don't think Gonzaga is as good as a finisher as Mir would be. I think Mir's got really good wrestling. So is Carwin. Mir's got really good submissions. What kind of submission defense does Carwin have? I think Mir is going to be Carwin's biggest test yet. And I don't think he'll get by Mir. I really don't. I think Mir will probably knock him out, and if he doesn't, Carwin will hit the deck, and he'll probably choke him out, you know, or what have you. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it either way, to be honest with you. But that's the way I think it's going to go. I think we will see by June or July. We'll see Mir, Lesnar, 3. I'd say close around that time. Subscribe if you haven't already. And check out my other blogs too. Just throwing in my opinion, you know, and looking for your opinions as well. So. Chime in, man. Thanks again. We'll see you guys.